I'm guessing we can all agree that Gold Coast's jumper is average at best. It's not necessarily ugly, like Hawthorn's Power Ranger jumper, or that blue pre-season Guernsey the Hawks wore. Seriously, what the hell were they thinking there? But it's just kinda basic and bland. It's literally just their logo on a red jumper. If you took this design and applied it to any other team in the league, it'd look like a training jumper. In fact, I have a Freo Dockers training jumper that is exactly that. So today, I'm going to design 4 different Guernseys that are an upgrade on what the Suns currently have. And I want you guys to help decide which of the 4 you'd like to see Gold Coast wear. This is all based on the idea that the Suns keep their current logo and keep it in the center of the jumper. If we start redesigning their logo, we could end up with hundreds of different designs. What I find fascinating about Gold Coast is that their colours are really good and quite eye-catching. Whenever I see someone out and about wearing a Gold Coast jumper, my first thought is that it does catch my eye. Actually, that's not entirely true. My first thought is a mixture of confusion and sympathy as to why someone would support Gold Coast. I mean, it's like someone telling you you can have absolutely anything you want for Christmas and you choose socks. No one likes socks. But anyway, the colours that Gold Coast have work really well, and that leaves a ton of exciting potential for the Guernseys they could be wearing. So how the hell was this what they ended up with? When I was looking for inspiration for these designs, I looked at other teams that use these colours in sporting leagues around the world. 2 really strong examples are the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA and the Washington Redskins in the NFL, or the Washington Football Team as they are now known. I seriously hope that's a placeholder name until they come up with something more creative, because that is the most generic name you could ever have. It's like someone calling their dog, Dog. Yeah, good one, dickhead. The colours Washington use really look awesome, and I'd go as far as saying they're one of the best looking sports teams in the world, by which I mean their uniforms, not their players. Not that their players are ugly, but you know what I mean. In particular, they have this cool stripe down the centre of their helmets that I thought could be a cool place to start for my Gold Coast design. I tried a bunch of different takes on this, but in the end, the one that looked the best was this one. A red jumper with a gold and white line or hoops around the centre of the Guernsey. I personally really like this design, and it shows how easy it is to make the current Gold Coast jumper just a little more interesting. Going back to Washington for a second, you might have noticed that they use a slightly darker red, almost like a burgundy colour that looks really good. I thought I'd try that with Gold Coast to see how it looks. So every jumper design will have 2 versions, one in the team's current colours and the other in this more burgundy red. Design 2 was actually inspired by an old jumper design that was floating around in the years before Gold Coast joined the AFL. I've never been able to track down that jumper since, but it was basically a Guernsey that was red on the bottom half and gold on the top. For my design, I've gone with a red Guernsey with a gold top half. I really like how having 2 strong segments of red and gold really stands out and catches the eye. This is what this design looks like in the burgundy red. For design 3, I went with a sort of Southport Sharks inspired design with the V shape. This works nicely in just the red and gold, but also works with some blue added above the V. I've always found the blue to look kinda weird on a Gold Coast jumper. I think because their identity to me has always been red and gold, and so while blue is technically one of their colours, it does look a little out of place to me. So yeah, I really hate their current Clash jumper. For design 4, I didn't really design this one. This is of course the original away jumper that Gold Coast wore in their first few years in the AFL. Back then I didn't really know how I felt about it, but over the years it's really grown on me. To the point where you've got to wonder why this wasn't the design they went with for their original home jumper. It looks good, it fits with their beach style brand, and it's completely unique to anything anyone else is wearing in the AFL. So those are the 4 designs I've come up with for a new Gold Coast Guernsey. Make sure you go down to the comments and let me know which of these is your favourite and whether you prefer the brighter red or the darker burgundy red. And as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and until next time guys, I'll see you later.